If you see it from afar, they always say, oh, what a cool painting. And I'm like, well, why don't you go check it out? It's not really a painting. The cool part is seeing their face as they start to approach it, and they're like, I just see the wonder as people try to figure out what's going on. Is that sand? Is that kelp? There's not that much paint on these. A lot of the color is its natural elements. I think it's really cool. It's almost like a scavenger hunt. What I start out with is basically an interview, but I like to sit down over a beer or whatever and just talk to the person, get to know them a little bit. They give me an idea on kind of the general scheme and maybe a color scheme that fits their house. And then I'll come up with a couple concept sketches and a couple ideas, and I'll throw it at them. We'll go from there, and I'll just say, okay, I'll see you in a couple months. It's material collecting at that point.
We're gonna just head to my little local beach right here, right across the street. Blocks and go find some stuff. Driftwood, kelp, we need some kelp, some barnacles, seashells, hopefully some sea glass, whatever kind of the ocean gives you, and you think of a use for it.
I love to use natural elements. I use a lot of kelp, my local beach here in Ventura, and collect.
This is more like a wavy type of hair for a cool mermaid, you know? Got it. So you can kind of imagine her, like her head underneath there, and just some really cool hair.
Collect some beach sand and barnacles, or sea glass and shells and just whatever. I'll build the canvas. I'll take a piece of wood and then I'll make that wood look real old. So I'll beat that wood up with some wire wheels and hand hewn it with some axes or whatever I need to do for the finish I'm kind of looking for. And then it's carving the image. So I'll use all my tools and carve the image out of the wood. I love copper, it's my favorite metal to work with. Copper is the old Navy diary or copper collar worker. The way it looks and feels, and how it can change colors, and you can do different things to change the colors, and greens and blues and reds. I just love working with it. Yeah, I put copper in everything. There's always, whether you see it or not, whether it calls for it or not, there is a piece of copper in there. Something from the ocean, something that industrial, and the rough wood. My hands are all bloody at the end, and Band-Aids and super glue and all that, but it's the time I take there, and I think that shows to people, and it shows the amount of detail, and you're like, wow, that must have been an extensive process, and it is.